Karen,
Yes.
is it just me?
Yes.
No, it's not. It's not just me. Never. Okay.
It's always just
It
you.
might actually be just me, but are we seriously overdue for a good old-fashioned, mind-expanding, soul-shaking, quantum-jumping conversation?
Yes, we are.
We are, right? Overdue.
Well overdue.
We are in luck because our guest today, she's like Abraham Hicks,
Ooh.
Dr. Joe Dispenza, and your favorite yoga teacher all mixed in together.
Wow. Wise and bendy.
I hadn't thought of it that way, nor did I mean it that way, but I guess it makes sense. But she also happens to run leadership academies, and she's the host of a metaphysical TV show as well.
Nice.
Yeah, she spent over 20 years diving into the deep end of spirituality, personal development, and science. And spoiler alert, she didn't just find all the answers, she actually rewrote some of the questions.
I love that.
I know, me too. She's got a book endorsed by names like Michael Beckwith and Anita Moorjani. She talks about bending reality with your thoughts, and she's got this way of explaining metaphysics that makes you go, wait a second, how does that make sense? And am I the one creating this reality? To which the answer is, of course, yes. Buckle up, Buttercup, because if you've ever wanted to unlock the cheat codes of the universe without needing to move to a mountaintop or grow a third eye, this one is for you. Hey there, I'm Will.
And I'm Karen.
Thank you for coming back and hitting play on this episode of the Skeptic Metaphysicians. We are always thrilled to have you on board with us. Our guest today, well, she's a powerhouse of personal transformation and metaphysical magic. Her name is Kris Ashley, and she is a coach, an author, a speaker, a podcast host, and a TV host who has spent over 2 decades diving into the deep end of spirituality, science, and expanded consciousness. She's the author of Change Your Mind to Change Your Reality. Now, this book was endorsed, like I mentioned, by spiritual heavy hitters like Michael Beckwith, Marcy Shimoff, and Anita Moorjani, and she's here to help us unlock the quantum code to living our high, most aligned, awakened lives. Ooh. It's a big shoe to fill, but I know that she's going to do it because whether she's hosting her own TV show, Beyond Reality, leading retreats, or breaking down the law of attraction like a boss, Kris is all about empowering people to shift their inner world so that their outer world transforms. Kris Ashley, welcome to the show. You kind of makes me want to go.
Oh my gosh, I think that was the best introduction I've ever gotten. It's like you do this professionally. No, that was amazing. I was over here like cracking up. You just called me Joe Dispenza crossed with Abraham Hicks. I'm like, wow.
No, you're like, yes, I am. As a matter of fact,
you gotta own it, baby. You create your own reality, right? This is no. I am in awe of all the things that you're doing, and I have had a sneak peek at your show, and it is wonderful. So the world is in for a treat, and we couldn't be happier than we are to have you on the show. So thank you for saying yes.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here. I love the work that you're doing in the world. It's amazing, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Well, thank you. To say that, we will dive into that in a little bit, but I really want to talk about the really exciting stuff like creating your own reality, right? This is something that you are expert level at. The problem is that there is so much chitter chatter out there about how to do certain things that the message gets lost. So let's just dive right in the deep end of the woo. How can we create our reality that is aligned with our highest selves?
Yeah, let's dive right into the biggest question. I love it.
Yeah. Welcome to Skeptic Metaphysicians, Kris.
I love it. And, I'm assuming your audience has a basic understanding of the law of attraction, but just in case they don't, we live in this intelligent universe that can bring us anything that we want or want to be or want to do or want to have. And it knows how to do this in a really simple, straightforward way. Like as humans, we think we kind of overcomplicate things, right? We think we have to go from A to B to C. We have to make $100,000 this year to make $200,000 next year. But the universe knows how to move us from A to Z, right? It knows how to move mountains. You just have to have the right formula. And like you said, I love books and movies like The Secret that brought the law of attraction to the masses. Like you said, I had 3 people from The Secret endorse my book. But what I think The Secret and a lot of, gurus out there are missing is they treat the law of attraction or the universe kind of like a genie in a bottle, right? You just tell it what you want, and then you kind of sit back, kick your feet up, and just like wait for it to drop into your lap. But there's actually a formula that you need to follow, and it's not a complicated formula.
Wait. Let me get a pen. Hang on. Okay,
Yeah,
I am ready.
down.
Here we go.
Press record,
I need this
make sure
formula.
it's recorded.
Yeah, can you speak slowly?
Right. Formulas and me don't mix, so I need to write it down. Otherwise, I'm lost. So go ahead.
You need like a whiteboard with a screechy marker, right?
Ooh, that's next on our to-buy list for sure.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go. I could see you in the background making formulas while Karen interviews. Yeah, there's simple things. The first thing is it's so obvious, but a lot of people miss it, is you have to know what you want, right? You have to get really clear on your vision. You have to have that North Star. And so many people don't really know what they want. They'll say something like, "Oh, I want to have a lot of money," or, like, "I want happiness." But it's like, money is a tool, right? It's a symbol of freedom or pride or adventure or peace of mind or whatever you want it to be. And it's not really money you want, it's like a specific thing, right? So it's about getting really clear on your vision so you have that North Star. And then it's about feeling the emotions of having it already, right? You mentioned Dr. Joe Dispenza. He talks about that. He's the master at this, right? Because if we can feel gratitude for having something that we don't have yet, it tricks our mind into believing that it's real. And we attract that into our life. And then we're on that frequency of gratitude. So we attract so much more things into our life that make us grateful.
Right.
The next step. Yeah, go ahead.
So it's kind of like that whole adage that says "fake it till you make it," right? You got to fool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you just say what?
the adage.
Yeah, I've never heard that word
an
either.
adage.
No, I am learning French.
Do you talk about adages while you're eating pistachios?
What, you're making fun of me? I don't understand. That is how you say pistachios. That's how you say the word. So anyway, Kris, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I love it. I didn't understand what word you were saying either. And then I was like, oh,
Oh, two against one. No fair.
I'm helping provide clarity.
This is.
I
We're
know.
gonna have
A little bit
conversation.
is like ganging up, right?
Yeah, no fair.
Oh, we met. We hung. We're like this. Man.
Yeah, so no.
I know.
Soul
Me and
sisters.
Karen we're
can't-
homies.
Can't hold that against me though. That's not fair.
It's not. We're guiding you.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Kris. Mhm.
But you know what? You're totally right. I love that phrase, "fake it till you make it." It's kind of like one of the secrets to unlocking all of this. But one of the big things that the secret missed is you have to take action, right? You have to take steps towards your vision because action inspires the universe. Like, right? You create a little bit of momentum and the universe meets you where you're at and like whooshes you forward. And it doesn't have to be a big step. Like, never underestimate the power of a small step. From one small step, you might meet people on your path who can help you further. Tools might appear to you that weren't there before. Opportunities might drop into your lap. So it's really about just taking that little bit of a step. And then it's about surrendering, letting go, trusting, right? That doors that didn't even exist will appear and unlock for you. And that pathways will open up. So that's the basic formula. And then there's a whole lot more to get into, but I'll pause and let you kind of ponder that.
Yeah. So you said you were talking about being specific with what you want and how money's a tool, but and a lot of people don't know, but what if it is that you want to be happy? I mean, and you don't know necessarily what's going to make you happy. So it's hard to ask for that specific thing. You just want to feel that feeling. How do you put that out there?
Oh, girl, I got a good answer for you.
Yeah.
So there's this exercise that I love to do that helps people get clear on their vision. And this is going to be, depending on when this airs, this might be a sneak peek, but otherwise you should come to this amazing summit I heard about that New Reality TV is putting on.
What?
And you might learn more about this. But what I do is I have people divide their life into 7 different categories. Things like career, romantic relationships with everyone else, health, leisure, like what you do for your hobbies, tangibles, things you can touch. And if I forgot one or two, you'll find them out at the summit. But I have people rate their life on a scale of 1 to 10 in each of these areas and like be really honest with themselves, because then they find that baseline and then they can measure where they go from there, right? So 1 is like horrible, miserable, you can't go on. 10 is like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I'm living the dream. Like nothing could make this better. And a lot of people are really surprised by how they rate these categories. And then what I have people do is say, okay, you've got your rating. Now I want you to make a list of what you would need to rate each of these a 10 out of 10. And like, put your disbelief aside. Don't be like, oh, this can't happen, or oh, I'm not going to make this happen until I like pay off my student loans or whatever it is, or put the kids through college. It's like, no, just like put aside the critical, analytical mind and just like let it flow from your heart. Like what would make you rate each of those a 10 out of 10? And it's amazing how that helps you clarify your vision.